Good afternoon. This is the class of Mass Movement for Earth Science, third year, Colegio Simón Bolívar. We are going to talk about the different movements that occur on the surface of the Earth, and they have different names, and we can recognize them from the first point of view of what is mass movement. The objectives of this class will be definition, parts, factors that affect mass movement, factors that affect people, relationship between gravity and mass movement. We have some pictures that will be showing about different places in the world that we have had this mass movement. First of all, how the process of mass movement changed landscape. Second, how the process of mass movement affect people. And also the definition of mass movement, which is the downslope movement of loose sediment and weathered rocks resulting from the force of gravity. The factors that influence, we're going to see that is gravity, the most important definitions of gravity. Then we have talked about the material resistance to the slide. Also, what forces triggered. It can be an earthquake, any kind of volcanic activity, and of course, water, which acts like a lubricant for sediment. Then we're going to say that the mass movement can be divided into four main classes. They are called falls, slides, creeps, and flows. Then we're going to see pictures of different events that had happened around the world. And then we're going to define each of them. What is a flow? Really, we need to say that flow have to be related to water, rocks, and sediment, and they move very quickly. When we talk about slides, as we show in the picture, this happens when a section of soil suddenly just drop down, okay, down slope. Then we talk about falls, which is what happens when rocks and other sediment fall into the air and land at the bottom of the slope. And finally, we have what is creep. Creep will be a very slow mass movement that goes on for years and years, and then you cannot see it right away. Then we have the landslide, which is what we move. Then we talk about what is the difference or comparison between avalanches and landslide. Landslide and avalanches are the most dramatic, sudden, and dangerous examples of Earth material movement by gravity. Landslides are sudden fall of rocks and sediment, where avalanches are sudden falls of snow. Then we're going to talk about how mass movement affects people. Human activity, of course, contribute to the factors that cause mass movement, activities such as constructions of heavy buildings and roads, and also cutting timber that can produce the low stability of the ground. Then we will be talking about Vargas landslide disaster. This is what happened in Venezuela in 1999 due to the huge amount of rain that we had in this coastline. We'll be sharing facts about this, experiences about what happened in Los Corrales specifically, what type of landslide we had, why did it happen, what triggered this. This is what the color of the ocean, being a blue ocean most of the year, and then we have this brown waters. So how to prevent this mass movement? Although preventing mass movement disaster is not an easy task, some action have been taken by government to avoid these potential hazards. They talked about covering the slope with the steel nets, constructing retaining walls. This is what we have in La Guaira. And also, but the most important, I think, is to educate people not to build their houses on steep slopes. Then we have a classwork activity that we will be doing some matching and explaining about the key words of all these classes of mass movement. Thank you for your attention.